to put it now, but it would seem that there is a death wish for the governor of Taraba State. Is that what is playing out
which
here?
End? From where is the death wish coming from?
It would seem that there are some people who are benefiting so much from his absence that they are raising all sorts of, all sorts of scenarios to ensure that, that the status quo continues.
Right. And what is the status quo what is the status quo that is against the rule?
Do you not also see that angle come into play here? Because we also know that this is politics. At the end of the day, it comes down to politics.
Yeah, the fact is that he's a public office holder. The fact is that we're talking about a government and not a private family. It is also accepted that journalists saw pictures and took pictures. How many journalists actually had the opportunity of speaking with Governor Suntai? That is one. The clips that you said was seen in the US. There was no time they showed a video.
Spoke with Enugu State Governor.
Did you remember on his return? He spoke. On his return.
Did you see his return?
Yeah. We saw the return. The return was shown, and he spoke to the media. Okay. That was when he even said he wasn't owing anybody any explanation about it.
It wasn't a statement from his aide?
No, that was his own statement.
No, it wasn't read or came across from his aide?
That he doesn't owe apologies. Those were the ones that were preceding his arrival. And when he arrived, he actually spoke. And that is where you see the differences.
Olaika Gabriel, he's writing, he says, hope you know that the members led by the speaker have seen the governor. There is no more political problem in Taraba. I think he's writing it from Taraba.
We're going to wait for that to happen.
I think the
fact that the see Bishop
let's go for our news. We'll come back and we'll explore all of that and possibly see if we can actually lay our hands on that particular video.
All right, well, Melinda Kilami is standing by with that. Go ahead, Melinda.
Thank you, Chamberlain, and welcome to the headlines. The Federal High Court in Abuja is granting the request of the federal government to extradite to the United States one Lawa Babafemi, also known as Abdullahi Mustafa. Mr. Babafemi was indicted of conspiracy to provide support to a foreign terrorist organization, which is in violation of the U.S. Code. Justice Ahmed Mohammed gave the order after he confirmed from the suspect that he was not going to contest his extradition to the United States of America. And the federal government has pledged to implement the judgment of the National Industrial Court, which granted the request of federal health workers to skip level 10 of the consolidated health salary structure. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, the minister promised that the federal government and the health workers have resolved their differences with a view to ensuring the improvement in the quality of health care. And the drama in Taraba continues to unfold as Governor Dambaba Suntai has dissolved the State Executive Council and sent all his special advisors packing. Only his special assistants were spared. The governor has appointed Barrister Timothy Kitas as the secretary to the government, while Aminu Jika is the new chief of staff. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Barack Obama says the U.S. has concluded that the Syrian government carried out chemical weapons attack near Damascus. He said that the use of chemical weapons affected U.S. national interest and that using force could have a positive impact on Syria's war. He insisted that he's at a crossroads over whether to send the military to intervene in the crisis. And those are the headlines. It's back to you, Chamberlain.
All right, thank you, Melinda. Well, yes, as you did here, Gabriel says, listen, the speaker have seen him. I think you said that at that time the speaker had not given him accounts, or you said deputy governor, but he says the speaker, they've seen him. So I think they have much more information, even the latest ones.
No, I mean, for me, the challenge next is going to be for the House to speak also on the account of their meeting with the governor. So the House needs to actually sit. They have not sat. So that is very important. Now, it is good for us. Like I said, I would not be part of the impeachment proceedings without establishing facts to the extent that the man is incompetent to continue in office. I would be more than happy to see Governor Suntai assume his rightful position in Taraba in a very healthy condition, mentally and physically. I would be more than happy to see peace reign in Taraba State. So for me, I mean, it shows that we're clearly gradually getting to the answer to all these questions. So the Taraba State House of Assembly is now duty-bound to speak to Nigerians, to speak to the Taraba people on their experience with the governor. They should be able to tell us. Those are the constituted authority that have the mandate to resolve these issues. If the party at the national level is failing to do that, if other leaders in the party...
No, but you know, the party at the national level and all of those, their role is limited to politics,
no, but
basically,
you won't say it's limited.
If it's a federal system,
under what capacity?
Because if the same way, if they were to intervene in other states, the
will
criticize it.
Chamberlain.
Does it make it right?
No, it doesn't make it right. And
so
that
why don't we
is the issue.
stick to the right one?
They failed to do the right one, and then
What
doing
is the
the
right
wrong one. The right thing is to have actually also allowed the party at the state level to also be involved.
No, I think there are two different things, because as long as, if the candidate, if he stops becoming a candidate and becomes elected, he leaves the position of being the puppet of, if I could use that word, he becomes responsible to the state.
Chamberlain,
the state,
let me tell you the right
laws
thing.
established to follow it, not political
right
parties. Is there any law that says political parties can intervene in the removal of a governor?
No, I mean, the fact of the matter is that once you even rise to an office on the platform of a political party, it is such that you are not only responsible to the party again, but you are still accountable to that party. The party is the platform through which you get to that office.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that if we'll start calling on parties to begin to intervene, at the end of the day, we might begin to find fault.
It's important. Now let me tell you one of the clear reasons. Let me tell you where
generals, the states have all the apparatus.
No, let me tell you where this is very important. Now, if you see the role that Jerry Garner played, if you see the role that John Dara played, these are very misleading roles.
Are they legally recognized?
No, but
roles?
They have been speaking on behalf of the government and also the people.
Nobody can speak, can't it?
That's what I'm
but
saying.
You have those who are
recognized. You're saying that he should have spoken to the people. Because now I think the argument shouldn't be on his physical frailties, but his mental.
Use the both
which the state institution should address.
The state institution cannot address that because they've not been engaging the state institution. They've not been engaged. They've only been engaging the party, and that is why we don't have to pretend about these issues.
Which party have they been?
The PDP. You have seen Jerry Garner representing PDP. You have seen the delegation that went to New York. It was the advisor to the PDP chairman that led, and then also the special advisor to the president
Don't you think they did all of that because the state ESCO just couldn't muster the confidence to kickstart Section 189 to actually determine his health status?
No, I think, like Mark said at the beginning, we don't want to actually be unfair to the man who is down there. So for me, I probably wouldn't ask the ESCO to start that process. You know,
should we be talking about fairness now, or we're talking about service? If someone is saying that you have taken the oath to serve your people, and it's not being seen, and people are questioning such, should we be talking about?
Yeah, if we're still
fairness,
speaking strictly to the rule of law and the dictates of the law, that should have been the process. Even by now, we shouldn't have these unfortunate developments where you have cronies and then also family members who have turned themselves into an illegal body that is now ruling Taraba State. If going by this law, the ESCO should have taken a position on that, and the House should have also set up a committee to determine, the status of the mind and health of the governor. And by now, we should be talking about the process of either asking him to actually go and sit down, recuperate appropriately, and then get himself both useful to himself, to his family, and then also for probably future usefulness to Nigeria. Not now that way.
Yeah, just quickly, I just want us to, be able to separate how in this particular matter, how can we separate politics? How can we separate politics from what exactly is going on? Can we truly be saying that we want this, altruistically for the people of Taraba State and also for the health and well-being of the governor and his family? Yeah. How can we say, because we know that in the midst of this, they're political gladiators, they're people who are just, this is a battle, between two major factions. For us to, pretend like as if it were not so would not be fair on either the governor or his deputy. So how can we truly look at this situation in a or carry out our verification process in a manner that is both seen to be fair and for the benefit of the people of Taraba State at the end of the day?
I think, I mean,